Hello, my name is Mateus Pepinelli. I am an assistant professor at the School of Natural Science at Laurentian University. I teach general entomology and biodiversity and conservation in the Bachelor's of Science in Biology. In my course, we really focus on local insects, and there is a very strong component that we call the entomological collection. Throughout this course, students have hands-on activities, and they are going to learn how to collect insects and different groups, different ways methods we use to study them. One of the highlights of my course is that the students get to know the field. They get to go to the field. So there's like 2 or 3 field works where we explore insects from different habitats. So we collect them using different methods. So students get to see insects, live insects, interact with the environment. We go to the lakes and we explore the aquatic insects, lakes and streams around the city. So then we collect them, we bring them to the lab where students will study these samples throughout the semester. And every week they learn a little bit more about different groups. We call those taxonomy labs, where they're going to learn how to identify beetles, how they are identifying flies, wasps, ants, true bugs. The students get to learn more and to prepare those insects. And most of the times, after they score or after they grade their collections, they will keep their collections for themselves. So it's really a cool aspect of the course. One thing that I really bring to the university is how each student is going to go to the same process of thinking about their questions, how they're going to collect the data, how they're going to plan the design of the project, collect the data, analyzing, and even hopefully come up with a scientific publication. I'm starting a new research program where I'm using honeybees as research assistants, because honeybees are really good at collecting data. So basically they are going to collect the data and we are going to use that data to answer a lot of different research questions. And the cool thing about working with honeybees is that you have this amazing community of beekeepers around the city in Ontario and in Canada, that they are really engaging, and they are supportive, and they really want to learn more about their bees. So we can work in this collaborative way. So you can have Laurentian students, beekeepers at the region, and the idea is we are going to start small apiary here at Laurentian. So hopefully this spring we have 4 or 5 colonies here, and that's going to open a whole new research program where students can join me and learn a little bit more about beekeeping. So I'm running also a field course or a fieldwork course, which is going to be at the end of August, which students collecting data from all sorts of life on the campus now. And we can think of plants, insects, mammals, fish. And the students, they can create their own little projects. The projects the students are working on can help feed that information into this major project where we are working together, what's called the Nature Positive Universities, which is looking at how we can become the campus of the universities more sustainable, how we can understand more about the biodiversity of our campus, and how we can conserve it better. Insects are the most diverse group of organisms. They are basically everywhere in the outdoors, from the bottom of the lakes to the top of the trees, to the top of the mountains. And insects, they have medical importance. Some of them, they transmit diseases. They are used in the forensic sciences, so people solve crimes using insects. They are bioindicators, which means they can tell you how healthy your environment or your lake is. You can use insects to detect presence of metals in an environment. So there's so many different things you can do with insects. If you like insects, or if you think that insects can help you answer your research or scientific questions, so yeah, my lab is open for that. Every time I had the chance to go somewhere, I would ask, so do you want me to collect some samples? I collect some midges from on top of the mountain in Brazil. They say, we never found this subfamily in Brazil. They identify, and then they say, yeah, it is the subfamily, and then they name it after me. And then I went to my grandpa. I printed the Pepinelli grandpa. I printed the paper. Say, hey, grandpa, here your name is on the science now. It's never gonna be. So it's you're named after a bug. And he's like, which bug? I say, well, that's another story.